All right, moving it along. Honorable Muhammed Kazaure Gudaji, who is a House of Reps member representing the Kazaure Roni Gwiwa constituency in Jigawa State, has come out to comment on the ongoing CBN's cashless policy. And he says CBN are armed robbers for introducing new bank charges. Let's look at the clip. We'll be right back.
Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, this issue is very important. I heard that Honorable Abonte talking that we should call the CBN governor to come and tell us the reason. We don't need the reason. Anything that will affect our people is our responsibility as representative of the people here. If we see anything that will affect people, to stop it. Mr. Speaker, seriously, I heard some people today complaining that somebody with a capital of 300,000, he is scared to keep that money in his home. He take to the bank. Maybe the profit he will get out of that 300,000 is 5,000 or 7,000 naira. The bank will remove 15,000 for the deposit. Mr. Speaker, if we look at the situation, Mr. Speaker, people are suffering in this country, and now we are going to the CBN now are trying to become a robbers. Definitely, Mr. Speaker, if CBN will force this, how can you, Mr. Speaker, just you take your money, your own money, to the bank to keep? Bank will remove when you just to remove something because we keep the money. Mr. Speaker, people, this money is very.
Honorable Kazaure is called.
I guess that particular honorable is fast becoming one of my favorite, House of Reps member. Very outspoken on issues like this that affect, the poor masses. But if you listen on to that clip, he had a problem with the fact that there are charges on deposits. He doesn't mind the withdrawal, but when you deposit your money, you are charged. When you're withdrawing your money, you are charged. How do we respond to this video?
I find it extremely amusing.
Amusing, okay.
For what the guy is trying to say. Yeah, fine. We don't have banks. We have traders masquerading as banks. Because normally the job of banks in most economy is to grow the economy. Our seems basically to act as rent collectors. Now they've expanded it to even include charging you on demand. Not only for money you are bringing, even money you are withdrawing. I understand what the CBN is trying to say. To produce in Nigeria is very expensive. And you have to work on how you keep, but notwithstanding, I don't think the banks are being policed enough in a way for them to really show us things that they are doing.
Okay.
They declare billions of dollars every year, and yet industries are dying. And that to me is even the greater crime than the 65 naira they take from God every time he moves money.
Seriously, I'm patient. I thought I would mention this, but I didn't know that it was part of the discussion. Okay. I was just coming from bank this morning. I felt extremely angry because at every point of contact with a teller, your money leaves you at everything you do. Now, my question is, if the CBN, let me first say this, I am one of those people that do not believe that you should appoint a CBN governor from the bank. I don't accept it. It is criminal to do that, to go and pick a CBN, a bank MD, to become the CBN governor. It's criminal because it's bringing the mentality of banking sector into a regulatory.
It will defend it to last. Yeah.
Do you understand? Now, secondly, if this policy is to encourage cashless policy, cashless drive, one, it is defeated. Do you know why? One, I downloaded my app this month. I don't want to mention the bank name. I downloaded my app and I said, what is the cap? Does it give me the latitude to do as I want transaction in the day? They say, no, 100,000 naira per day. And I asked myself, what is the encouragement? Every transaction I do, you charge me. If it's the bank, my bank to another bank, that the person has bank intra-bank, you charge me 15 naira. If it's a bank to another bank, you charge me 52 naira at every transaction. At the end of the day, you don't just charge that. They will send me a text again, charging me for stamp duty per transaction, 15 naira per stamp duty. I said, I'm coming.
I thought stamp duty was removed at the time.
It's there. Okay. Wait.
On paper.
I said, I need a token. The bank says I have to pay 3,500 for a token. I need card. I say to pay 1,000 naira to get my card. Now, I get a card. You take 100 naira every month for maintenance.
Maintenance of your ATM.
You take 1,000 naira every month for handling fee. For every year for handling fee. And I ask myself, what are you giving to me? Now, the most annoying thing is that when you have an account with your bank and you don't have a single money, they keep, you know what your account will read? Minus. They will show minus 1,000 naira. That means you are owing the bank 1,000
to be deducted at the next transaction. I get that.
Now, my problem is that if you are doing that, why did you have to say that banks should take money from people for deposit money? What you need to do, obviously, if you want to increase that, create incentive for those who do cashless. Tell the bank, if anybody transfer 500,000
to drive the policy,
if anybody transfer 500,000 naira from bank to bank online, give him 5 naira.
Okay.
And see whether those who want to bring cash to the bank will not want to go and get a transaction online to benefit from that.
Okay, Mr. Sangbe, quickly.
Simplicity put, government is not doing enough to encourage this cashless thing. First, I thought they would have put machinery in motion to ensure that it is smooth. Even the environment does not encourage you to do that. You beyond what he has just mentioned, where is the power? Where is the telecommunication efficiency? You have network challenges and all that. In the UK, I've never had one day network challenge that you want to do online.
Transactions, okay.
And all that. But this House of Honorable Member, is I would like to manage him as a PR president. I like him. He may not be articulate. He may not be speaking. You're very effective in
exactly.
English and all that. Yeah. But he has points that he's making. So the kind of thing that this kind of you help him articulate it, and then to guide him to be able to speak effectively.
Hold your thoughts, your line of thought for a minute, Mr. Sangbe. I am getting a reaction that I want you to react to. Now, Mr. Biodun Shokpito, who happened to be a former deputy director at the CBN, is reacting, and he says, this man, referring to the Honorable, is a disgrace to his constituents. He displayed his ignorance of the whole concept. The policy is in the overall interest of us all. Why would anyone be carrying 500,000 naira around with the attendant risk at the hands of area boys?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair on that fellow.
Okay.
We are all not gifted. Olusegun Adeniyi, one of the most brilliant journalists Nigeria has ever had. Former, he was Yaradua's chief spokesman. He's not articulate like you and Ganika. He's not, but he's a brilliant writer. So God gives people different gifts. Now this fellow, the honorable member, may not have the gift of articulation, all right? And that's why I said that kind of person will require somebody to work for him, a situation whereby you guide him, do research. It's only in Nigeria that your SAs and your PAs are only to carry bag for you, go run errands for your family and all that.
Your mobile phone.
It's a strategic responsibility to do research. David Cameron was a what's it called, SA to a former Conservative Party leader, Michael Howard. And it was there that he learned the ropes and became British Prime Minister. And the truth of the matter is that these people, these are our honorable members, must now learn to get people to do researches for them and write speeches for them to be able to deliver. So there's nothing really wrong with him. It's just that he's not able to pass on his message in a very articulate
manner.
But let's not lose track of what the issues are. The points that he has raised are very general. These people have not been able, the CBN have not even been able to communicate effectively what they want to achieve. They just came up with that notice and just said, this is it, this is what we want to do to encourage it. But how? To what effect? What the average businessman now, I've earned income from my business, all right? The market woman who has collected money, all right, the trader, so now wants to go and pay for safety keeping, now wants to pay the same money to the bank. You are charging that person so much money. Hello, do you understand? So it's unfair. All right, they need to reduce some of these charges, particularly what Gudaji has said. If I'm doing online transaction I should not be charged therefore. Because by charging me, then you have not encouraged me to do online business. Don't you get?
I get that.
Nigeria is growing gradually. There are so many businesses that have opened online. In fact, most of my customers from my other business says, can we pay online? Send us your account number. So your dispatch riders or whatever they are have no business carrying cash. Since you don't have POS, yeah, we'll pay. And they do transfer. It's easier. Nobody carries cash these days. But to dismiss this man for raising that issue is very unfair. Because those that he's representing are not the likes of the former deputy of CBN.
Yeah, I get that.
Those are not the people he's representing. He's representing the downtrodden who do not have access to this.
And again, like Peter said,
10 seconds.
Yes, I want to point this out. CBN is not trying to drive cashless. They are trying to fight corruption. Because, look, if you want to drive cashless, you start from 0 naira up, that you can't deposit from 0 naira to do that. But what they are trying to do is not driving. They should come out openly and say they are trying to help government fight corruption.
It's anti-corruption.
That is what they are doing. So
it is anti-corruption.
All right, because our time is fast going. Now, this issue of the new cashless policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria, it's #1 trending topic on social media all through the weekend. Yes, everybody has been having their own say, and I also realize that there's a lot of misinformation out there. What the policy really is about. But then the memes online are quite funny. If you have the time to go check it out. And then the famous Kolo, is back.
Somebody actually said that instead of taking 500,000, just pay 499,000 since they are not going to charge.
Then go back the next day and pay 1,000. I got that one too. Okay.